Hey guys, this is Azra here, back on Genteki.net, and we are giving the Near Earth Hub this what we're calling kind of Sensei Actors Union Turtleback sponsorship deck a little whirl. Again, we enjoyed it the first time. We did lose to Saber. It was a great game, really nice playing with him. Got to play a couple of games with him that night as well and chat a bit about some of the new cards coming out. I've actually seen and listened to some videos and some podcasts that have mentioned the impact that Sensei Actors Union has had to the game, and it's looking like quite an interesting card. So I'm going to play another game tonight and try and see if I can get my head around it, because it's definitely a bit of a learning experience for me. This is a pretty decent starting hand. A little hesitant. I would really like to see a little bit more ice. I feel like chucking out the Sansan early is kind of nice though. I think I might keep this actually. I think this is a little bit risky. Really, we want to see turtlebacks early, and I think I've maybe been a little bit bold here holding on to this, but let's give it a whirl and see what happens. Hopefully the any edge draw will kind of see us through. Oh my goodness, we start by seeing an Astro. That's not the best. I wonder if we could maybe want to sneak out an Astro here. What do we draw? We do see a turtlebacks, which is quite nice. And I am tempted to try and sneak out an Astro, but the thing that would put me off is Valencia's bad publicity really could kind of power her through and kind of encourage her to come and trash assets, considering that she has that. I'm also not keen to lower the cards in my hand too much here, so I might just put a Turnpike up over HQ and just hold there. I think this is a little bit defensive. I definitely played it a little bit risky, and drawing an Astro off the top was not exactly what I wanted, but we do have a pretty nice hand all in all. We'll let him in here. Okay. This is the problem with Netrunner. You get a bit excited, you get a bit enthusiastic, and a couple of plays later you're like, maybe I shouldn't quite have done what I did there. So we'll force a loss of a credit, which I think bad publicity kind of unfortunately negates the benefit of, and we are going to do a trace, which is going to tag him, which is pretty nice. It's going to cost a click and 2 credits to get rid of that, hoping we don't lose an Astro here. And we do. Okay, so not the best thing to kind of happen there. Obviously, we knew that risk when starting, but we're okay. This is definitely recoverable from. Just clear the tag as expected. There's Sensei Actors Union, which is nice. I'm still hesitant to throw out a lot of cards and leave the Astro script kind of roughly undefended, but that being said, I don't think he's going to come back in against Turnback immediately. So I'm reasonably happy with this, and hopefully with the Sensei Actors Union. I keep going to call it Sensei Actors Guild. I don't know if that's a Team America thing that's sticking in my head. But once we get the Mamba Temples and the Turtlebacks rolling, we're going to be pretty happy. I would very much like to res the hostile infrastructure here, but can't, but that's okay. We are only running 2 team sponsorship, but we would like to obviously start recurring these, and putting the runner in a situation where they're trashing stuff that's coming straight back is always pretty nice. I'm going to res the Sensei Actors Union, and we will fire it. So we draw 3 cards, and then 1 goes onto the bottom. Oh my goodness, these are all quite nice cards actually. Potentially the portfolio? Diversified portfolio, considering we have 2. I don't really want to bottom the Astro, but we do need to get some cash going here. This is tricky actually. I think it might be the diversified, but we are low on funds. Little engine. Actually, you know, I'm going to bottom the assassin here. I don't think we're really in the position to get this resed. And then let's draw. Okay, Jackson's not bad, not great. I wonder if he will come and check this Astro if I do throw it out actually. Oh, I don't think I can be that cheeky. There's a Mamba, which is nice. We'll cover R&D. And we've already got our free card this turn, so we could just hold on. Or we could chuck the Mamba down to be able to res the hostile infrastructure. It's still costing us a ton of credits to do that though. But I think... yeah, I think that's what we'll do. If we hadn't lost the Turtlebacks last turn, this would have been a much more beneficial turn for us. So it was definitely a good trash by Val there to keep on top of it. Siphon. Okay. So, loses a tag. Oh, loses a credit, sorry, and we're tracing to give a tag. Now, he's not going to be in a position to clear all of his tags here if I do actually take some credits from him. So let's see, what do I want to do here? So I could res the Mumba and the Hostile, or I could just res the Mumba, go to 3. I think I'm going to res both. Now the downside to this is that if he does access here, he's got a 1 in 4 chance of actually accessing the Astro, which would be pretty heinous, because I'm definitely encouraging him here, obviously, to access the card as usual. So I imagine that's what he'll do, and we have to just pray he doesn't hit it. Okay, good. That would have been pretty hard for us. So if he runs R&D here, it'd be pretty good. I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. And now having this hostile infrastructure up is really nice. It might mean we get to Sensei again next turn. Although he could go to trash it here if he wanted to. Oh, and he is going after the Mumbo, which again I think is a good play actually. But he's going to take a net damage for it. Loses a Jin, okay. I think we will go ahead and Sensei again. And I don't think we need double Jackson, considering we also have a Jackson in play, so we'll bin 1 Jackson. Another hostile is not fantastic. Definitely missing the Turtlebacks right now. So we can diversify portfolio. We can credit diversified, which will give us 4 credits, or 5 credits, sorry. But we'll have to bin a couple of cards, which I'm not overly excited about. Or we could install the Mumba and take a credit. But that's really not doing a huge amount for us, but I think that might be the slightly better play. Yeah. And let's just, well, I could have potentially just Mumba Cyberdex there, actually might have been better. Because I don't think there's any real reason we want to res the Mumba here, but I'll stick to my play. And we'll drop the Jackson. So we just need to solidify here. The board's starting to get good. Unfortunately, I might have to zoom out in a second, guys. Apologies. Playing a lot of these horizontal decks on gintechie.net. Not the best for recording, I'm afraid. Good old pop-up. Gotta love it. He didn't pay his credit. And there's a reasonable chance he's going to get an agenda here, actually, considering there's only 2, so there's 9 in there. 3 Exploded Paloozas. 3 Beals. Oh, and there's one of them, speak of the devil. And again, this is where I kind of struggle a little bit with the Near Earth Hub decks. I don't play them very often. And it's now taking this opportunity when I've got a bit of money together, and we need to kind of accelerate this game now. We still have the Sand Sunset you get on the board, and we can res it for 2 less when we have the Mumba credits. But I'm just not so sure, really, on if I want to trigger it and go so low on credits again. And this deck doesn't run pad campaign, so you don't have that to kind of build you back up. Just having to read Progenitor there, or Progenitor there, it's not a card I'm that familiar with. And yeah, let's just hope we don't get burned. Cyberdex, that's fine. we are running 3 Cyberdex Fire Suites here. And again, as ever, the deck will be linked down below, so you can have a little nosy at it. And I am going to go ahead and res the Mamba here. I don't see really why not too much. And the question is, do I want to Sensei here? I don't think I do. I think if I'm gonna... Actually, maybe I will, because I'm going to play a bunch of cards this turn. I absolutely am. So, yeah, let's do it. And we will bottom... Oh my goodness, 3 Diversifieds. Okay, we'll bottom the Explodapalooza and get it out of the way for now. And then we'll see a team sponsorship, which is actually great for us. Now, we actually have enough to score here, but not enough to get the team sponsorship out as well. So I think this is really going to be a setting up turn, and I'm tempted to Little Engine over HQ here, but I know long term that's not the right play. I'd far rather have the Little Engine on R&D or protecting the Sansan. I'm just really nervous that if we lose the Astro from hand this turn, it's going to be really bad, but he does only have 1 credit and only 3 cards in hand, so let's see if we can survive a turn. The Assassin could go over. Actually, I wouldn't be too against that. But if we were forced to res it, we'd really be hurting. No, I'm going to take the risk. And I'm going to just basically hope he doesn't get the Astro script from my hand this turn. And I'm just having a quick look to see what's the best in the trash that I might want a team sponsorship out here, though it's probably going to be the Mumba or the Turtlebacks that I'm realistically going to bring back out. So I think a better player, a more experienced NEH player might have actually just not played the second Diversified and maybe installed a Cyberdex on HQ, something like that. I'm hoping that with 3 cards in hand, he's not going to have a clot. The great thing here is that we really don't have to worry about blackmail at all. It's really not a threat. The medium dig is definitely a threat, however. And as he runs this Mumba, I think I might be forced just to res this other hostile infrastructure. No, I don't have to. I could definitely res the Sansan and just let it die, but I think I want to just double down on the asset protection. So if he wants to kill it, it'll cost him 2 credits on top of the bad pub and 2 net damage. Wow, and he does indeed. Loses a Parasite and a Jin. Yeah, I'm happy enough for that trade. And we're about to accelerate pretty hard and fast here. The question is, do I bring back one of the Mumba Temples or the Turtlebacks? I feel like if the Mumba stays on the table, which it probably will with the 2 hostile infrastructures, it'll be long term more rewarding. I'm not going to Sensei this turn. I don't want to overflood my hand. Although it could mean I could potentially bottom an agenda. And this is where kind of the learning of the deck comes in. You've got to play with it, see what works, and try a few different things. And I think I can kind of make a case for doing either, but I'm just going to hold off. Drawing another Sansan is actually very nice. So we'll score the Astro, and with the team sponsorship, yeah, I think the Mumba is going to be the way forward for this one. And yeah, we're going to have to go into a new remote, which draws us a Beal, which is actually not that bad at all. And I think I will drop the Assassin. So had we used the Sensei Actors Union, we would have drawn the Beal and 2 other cards on top of it, and could have potentially bottomed it, or even potentially have drawn into our third Astro, got it, and then been able to get rid of the Bale and take the Astro. So that's the kind of risk, and I think that's when I sort of listened to the Bad Publicity podcast, and I chatted a bit to Saber about this. Going fast is really beneficial, and I think just gaining comfort with the deck is important. So I'm just taking it a little bit easier than I think maybe necessary. And we know we can't lose off this run, but still nervous accesses. So we've got 4 visible agendas, so that does mean there's 7 in the 25 card deck. Okay, and we're going to get to score this Bale. And again, I don't think there's any reason to Sensei here. And I don't really think there's any reason to take that risk overly. Except, again, that like I just said, I could potentially draw into the Astro, which would be good. Yeah, let's do it. Let's draw 3. Oh my word, that's a bunch of goodies. And now I'm really caught between wanting to go fast and wanting to just get more setup. Oh, that's just, handful of awesomeness. We don't need a third hostile infrastructure, I don't believe. And we see a breaking news, which is really superfluous right now. Oh man. Yeah, let's just score the Bale. And being absolutely spoilt for choice here. And we'll advance and score. And we could always pop out the assassin, but I think let's get another Mumba on the board first. Oh my word, and we're just absolutely covered in cards now. We don't need 3 city grids. We don't even really need 2 at this stage. But he may come and trash it, so we'll hold on to it. I'll dump this Mumba. And I don't think we're going to need to diversify now, actually. Well, that was maybe not a great play. Because we do only have 6 credits. Although we have 1 credit, which will get us 4 recurring Mumba credits, we actually only have 6 real credits, which is enough to see us through. Ooh, Wanton Destruction's nice. Okay. So we're forcing to lose a credit. And we're going to trace to give a tag. And, I mean, this is really not that bad for us here. Because basically, we can just give up the breaking news, really, if he hits it. So we're going to lose 3 cards. I don't think there's anything we want to do here. No. Okay, and he actually misses it. We only spent 2 clicks, actually, so we did want to clear the tag, I assume. And yeah, there's nothing in there for him. And we do still have a Jackson on the board as well, so there's no big concern. Just checking here. Again, the Mumbas, I don't need to res them right now, so I'm okay to hold off. And let's use the Sensei and see if we can see the next Astro, which we don't, but that's okay. We'll drop a little engine and draw. So, I mean, I see a rationale for wanting to potentially wrap around over R&D, pop out turtlebacks, but yeah, I don't think we need to go down that route. I think we'll just score the breaking news. And that puts us on game point. Again, we can score breaking news here and then just install, maybe wrap around over R&D if we want to be very cautious. Which I think I might do. I don't know what I really want here, actually. Let's just grab another Jackson. And then I think I will put the wrap around over R&D. Or if we were scared of getting siphoned again, we could always go Turnpike or over HQ, sorry, because I'm not running any like shipment from Sands. Yeah, let's put it over HQ. We've got 2 Jacksons on the board, so I can shuffle back some cards to thin out R&D. And I think a siphon is actually one thing that would kind of stop us winning next turn. So we draw, run, pace through. I'm going to shuffle back some cards. Let's put back diversified. Maybe assassin? Yeah, diversified, assassin. I think it's fine. Do I want to shuffle more? Probably not. So there is still 6 agendas in there. 6 and 20, so it's still reasonable odds for him. Okay, and this is where hopefully Sensei Actors Union just basically breaks any kind of R&D lock that you'd ever be under. Oh, we don't actually see it. Okay. And that's no good really. Okay. I was just thinking we could potentially create a new server, and if we did draw a Bale or an Astro, there's 2 Bales and an Astro in there, we could still install it, click 2, advance it, and then counter it. So I might do that as a real sort of last ditch effort here. Ah, fantastic. We do actually get the Astro. So click 2, go to server 1, and then advance and counter, and score that out. So yeah, wow, this deck just goes super fast. I can't really think, I was too busy kind of looking at the deck and trying to make good plays at my side. I couldn't really see a huge amount of pressure coming out of Val at all there. She didn't get her draw engine, and the siphon didn't really come off for her and kind of worked pretty well for us. And these 2 hostile infrastructures just really kind of saw us through. So yeah, look, thanks so much for watching, guys. Going to play a few more games with this, and hopefully you'll watch along. As ever, any comments, feedback below, and the deck list, you can find that in the description. All the best.